You would never guess that this thing had. So my winning bid on it was only, go ahead and look at the interior. It is noted to have mechanical damage. In my last video, you guys can see that I made this terrible mistake by buying a clean title donated Chevy Impala, which ended up being a rust bucket with tons of mechanical issues that were just not worth repairing. So you might be thinking, why would I do it again? Why would I be making another clean title purchase from here? But, you know, we're gonna kind of roll the dice here. Hopefully we get a better car this time. Well, in this case, it's a truck. This thing looks very clean from the outside. From the pictures, it looks immaculate. It did have a listing for mechanical damage, so I already have a hunch that there might be something wrong with it. This is my newest Copart purchase. This is a 2008 Lincoln Mark LT pickup truck. This is basically the same thing as a Ford F-150, but rebranded as a Lincoln. I bought this thing for a really good price with a perfectly clean title, no accidents on the history. I haven't seen this thing in person yet, so we're gonna check this thing out, do a full walk around. We're gonna go over what I paid for it. We're gonna go over the mileage, condition, and everything and see if it was worth the purchase or not. Let's see how it runs and go from there. So it only makes sense to start from the front. We see everything is intact. Everything looks good. When I was bidding on it, I wanted to make sure that there was no rust. It looked like it wasn't a rusty truck, and in person, it looks pretty clean too. I don't see any rust anywhere. Going along the side, also, every panel looks good. All the paint's good. No dents, scratches, any damage anywhere. Even the frame here, take a look at this. The frame is in great shape. Surprisingly great shape. For a New England truck, that is a rare sight. As we make our way around, you can really see how clean this paint is. I'm really impressed with the condition of this exterior for sure. This thing looks awesome. I absolutely love it. Look at it. It looks absolutely perfect. I don't see any damage anywhere. Obviously has a nice tow hitch. Has the adapters for trailer connectors. Underbody looks really nice. I am super impressed with the condition of this truck. And this is a very nicely spec'd out one. You can see it has parking sensors here. The right quarter also looks great. We see no damage as we go on, no damage anywhere. This is definitely a highly optioned truck. We see that window right there opens electronically. It has this bed cover, which is really cool. Open the bed. Has a little bit of snow in there. But other than that, this thing is in very good shape. I'm very surprised. I'm gonna go over how much I paid for this thing very soon. Basically no rust all throughout. I am very impressed with the condition of this thing. As we take a look around, I want you guys to take a guess at what I paid for this thing. What do you think this thing is worth? And I will obviously reveal the price later on. Same thing with the right side. Everything looks perfect. Great condition all throughout. Very impressed. You know what usually happens on these trucks is this part right here rusts out. Basically, rust is not an issue on this truck, which is very impressive given its age and mileage. This truck has over 200,000 miles on it. The front of it's in great shape. The headlights aren't yellowed out. This thing is great. Look at that. Absolutely no rust. Again, very nicely spec'd out truck. Has fog lights. It has the 5.0 V8 in there, which is pretty much the Ford F-150 engine. They got the whole chassis, everything like a F-150, except it's rebranded as a Lincoln. Keypad entry here, so you don't need a key to enter it, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and look at the interior of this thing. All right, it's got this nice black interior. Obviously the seat's a little worn given the mileage, but let's take a look back here. Let's unlock it. Taking a look at the back seat, I mean, I am just at a loss of words at how clean this thing is. 200,000 miles and some. And look at how clean this interior is. Very nice. These door panels are nice too. It doesn't look like there were any dogs in here either. I don't see any dog here throughout it. No rust on the back door, but I did notice a little bit of rust just starting here, which again, I am not surprised at all. I was expecting way more rust on this thing. Let's hop inside and see how the front of it looks. This thing looks great. Aside from the driver's seat being a little torn and worn, it is not bad. Check this thing out. All right, let's take a look under the hood. As promised, I told you guys I would tell you exactly what I paid for this truck. So my winning bid on it was only $2,450, and that comes out to just under $3,000 after fees. With a perfectly clean title, no damage on the truck at all, I think that is a steal. Even given the mileage that it has, a little bit over 200K, I think that is a steal. It is noted to have mechanical damage, but it is a run and drive truck. So we're gonna start this thing up and see exactly what we're dealing with. Hopefully it's nothing bad, something that is gonna be easy to repair. But before we can determine that, we have to go ahead and crank this thing and see if it starts. But before we do that, I mean, look at these tires. They are like new, super clean, super nice tires, which is obviously a big bonus. Just the tires on this thing probably costed $1,000. Let's go ahead and crank it over. I gotta move it up a little bit forward on the trailer anyways. So let's go ahead and crank it up and see how it runs. As we started, the things we're looking for is make sure it cranks and starts, and also to see how the engine runs. As you guys can see right there, 228,000 miles. But I mean, look at this thing. It looks nice. All right, let's see if the battery is gonna be nice. Let's see if it's got enough power to start. Also, what we're looking out for is any warning lights on the dash. So it's in the on position. Let's go ahead and crank it over. Not enough power. So I'm just gonna have to strap it extra good to make sure that it doesn't fall off the trailer as I drive. But we're gonna start this thing up at home and continue on with the review there on out, you know. Overall though, so far, I'm very happy with it. Even if it calls for a brand new engine in it, it's still worth it. I mean, the condition of it, considering how nicely optioned out this truck is, I think I got a great deal. Let's go ahead, strap this thing down, go home, jump start it, and see how it runs. Just as I got ready to go, I found the jump starter in the truck, so we're gonna go ahead and jump it and see how it runs. All right guys, take 2 with the jump starter connected. Let's see what we got. Started right up. So right away we see no lights on the dash aside from low tire pressure. Not sure which tire that is, but overall, no lights on the dash. As far as under the hood, I hear some sort of ticking. Take a listen. So I hear some sort of ticking under the hood as it's running, but I know these engines have an issue with their phasers, so hopefully it's gonna be something as simple as just swapping those out, because as time progresses and as the miles go up, those tend to have issues. As of right now, that sounds perfectly fine. Nothing too bad. So for the price, again, $2,450 plus fees comes out to just under $3,000. We got a fully working truck that just possibly needs some phasers done, and we'll be running perfectly fine afterward. I am overall very happy with this purchase. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the problem is? Does anybody know what could possibly be making that noise? Has anybody else experienced this before? If anybody knows, please leave a comment. They will be helpful. I'll be reading all of them. But overall, I am super happy with this thing. Very good deal in my opinion. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about this deal? Was it worth it? Was it worth the price? Or maybe the damage might be too expensive to repair and maybe it's not worth it for the miles. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be responding to every single comment on this video. I will update you guys in the future about this purchase, but as for right now, we're gonna wrap up this video. I am very happy with this purchase. This is just one of those better off purchases that we get, which makes up for my previous purchase that I just had on my channel. So I am much more happy with this purchase than my previous one. If you guys haven't seen that, check out my previous video where I bought a clean title Chevy Impala, which ended up being a bad purchase. So as for right now, that's gonna be it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys like videos like this, definitely subscribe, like this video so I know you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.